My name is Andrew Kuhl. Polish historian Peter Wróbel wrote in his 1999 book, The Devil's Playground, that World War II depleted Poland's population from 35 million down to 23 million. If America in 2011 would have endured a loss to that scale, we would have lost the population of California, Texas, New York, Florida, and half of Illinois. The horrid Hitler had a very significant start to his treacherous career when he was voted president of Germany in 1934. His election of president is first the product of many years of hardship, and finally the main reason for one of the world's greatest catastrophes in history. According to a Sheffield University graduate, Robert Wild's article on About.com, copyright 2011, the road wasn't always easy for Hitler. When he was growing up, he had a very rough home life, especially with his father. He felt hostile towards his father because of his early retirement. He didn't have much time to be hostile towards his father, however, because both of his parents were dead by the time he was 18. He went to Vienna and attempted to attend the Vienna's Academy of Fine Arts, but he was rejected twice. So he stayed in Vienna, and he eventually went to prison, wrote Mein Kampf, and he was in prison for 9 months, and he ended up in the German army. He fought in World War I for the German army, and that's when, according to the article written by Wild, he kind of had a sense of belonging towards Germany. So he worked his way up Germany's kind of ladder, and he eventually ran for president against Hindenburg. Keeping suit with his previous bad luck, he lost against Hindenburg, and I imagine he would have felt similarly with this loss to when Michael Jordan didn't make his varsity team even in his junior year. But after he lost the election, he was named Chancellor of Germany, so he was content with that for the time. Because once he was named Chancellor, he knew that he had Germany in the palm of his hand. Hindenburg eventually died, and according to Boston College graduate Dennis Cummings, his article on findingdulcinea.com on 2011, Hitler was elected president on August 19, 1934. There was a bit of a controversy with his election though, because once Hindenburg died, Hitler just named himself. He just named himself president, but because there was a democracy in Germany at the time, he legally had to be elected in. So he was addressed with the problem, and he complied, and he allowed for an election, and on the 19th of August he was officially named the President of Germany. Once he was President of Germany, he brought a Holocaust upon all of Europe. Him and the Nazis both all swept through all of Europe and tried to kill all the homosexuals, all of the witches, basically everybody that wasn't blonde-haired and blue-eyed. So if something like that would happen in America today, or even in Sartell, we would lose over half the people in our room today. There were flaws in his plan, according to Cummings' article, and once he thought that his gig was up, he committed suicide in April of 1945. Hitler first had a slow start, but he eventually accelerated into being one of Germany's most treacherous leaders of all time. Had Hitler not been elected as president of Germany, there's no telling how different the world's culture, national alliances, and religious views would be different than they were today. So.